What's up, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Denver Broncos defense against the Jacksonville Jaguars. A lot of bad plays, more than good plays. I'll show some good plays, but I'm going to show some bad plays. Do I know the most about the NFL? No. So if you guys know what coverage the Broncos are in, or if I'm wrong, please let me know down below in the comments. Put the timestamp as well so I know what you guys are talking about, because if you guys just put they're in cover 6 here and I don't know the timestamp, then I'm not going to learn myself. But for the most part, I know a lot about football. So if you guys don't know much about football, hopefully you guys learn some stuff. Even if you guys know a lot about football, maybe I could teach you guys some things as well. So with that being said, let's get straight to the film room. All right, here's our very first play that we're going to dissect for the Denver Broncos. It's a good play. And from what I'm seeing at very first is it's a cover one look. But as you guys are gonna play it, as you guys are gonna see here in a minute, the Denver Broncos disguised it really good. So you have a single high safety, usually indicates cover 3, and this guy would drop back to cover his quarter. PS2, Patrick Surtain would cover his quarter of the field. Hufanga right here would cover the middle of the field, and then whoever these guys are, they cover the flats. He'd probably drop down to the that's a horrible. He'll probably stay right here to cover like the seam routes, and then he'll probably drop to cover the seam routes as well. But this is what I mean. They disguised it pretty good. Just from the formation, you wouldn't think it's zone coverage from how they're lined up. This to me, pre-snap, just looks like cover 1 because, like I said, you have a safety over the top. Everybody's pretty much man pressed, and you have him on the tight end and him on the running back. But as you guys gonna see here, as I play it just a little bit in slow motion, the Denver Broncos disguised it to, I think the top of the screen is man, and at the bottom of the screen it's zone. It's a beautiful way to disguise your coverage. You snap the ball. You guys see Alex Singleton. As I said earlier, it appeared he was in man coverage with the running back, but instead he ends up dropping back to the middle of the field and covering the part. He's covering the middle of the field, like inside the hash marks. A big reason, right, they do this is because it looks like they're playing outside shade. I don't know if you guys can notice, but his outside foot is like on his belly button. So it means that he has outside shade, which means that the Broncos are worried about anything coming across the middle, which whether that be a slant route, deep dig route from this receiver. But nonetheless, that's what the Broncos are worried about. It looks like the Broncos are playing outside shade over the top. And you have PS2 here at the bottom just squared up. Okay, so I'm going to play just a little bit forward now. You guys see Alex Singleton dropping back to the middle of the field. Does a good job of seeing Trevor Lawrence's eyes. He's reading it. Just watch Alex Singleton. He's doing a good job reading Trevor Lawrence's eyes. And he sees that he's about to throw the ball, so he kind of steps up a little bit. Lawrence sees him, and he goes back to the bottom. Sees nobody open, but the pressure gets there, and he's able to scramble. And then at the bottom of the screen, at the top of the screen, they went man coverage. And at the bottom, PS2 is playing zone. He's playing a cover 2. And then he just pretty much gives Brian Thomas to the middle of the field, and he stays to the underneath route. So he's going to do a dig route. PS2 is going to let him go, and PS2 is going to stay here. PS2 is going to stay right here to guard this guy who's going to run to the flat route. So it's a beautiful disguise from the Denver Broncos defense to start off this game. So we're going to play a little bit. You guys can see there he does a good job of staying there. And it does a beautiful tackle. And good job from the Denver Broncos defense. They stop him on 3rd down, and they end up punting the ball. Okay, so here we are on our very next play, our second play of the day. Or the video, I should say. So I'm going to pause it right here. I'm going to give you guys pre-snap what I'm thinking, what the Broncos are doing. And then I'm going to play it without pausing it, and we're going to dissect it just a little bit more. It looks like here. I think I'm on the wrong thing. Here we go. Looks like man coverage again. Okay, it appears it's a man coverage. They're hovering over they're pressing the receivers. And then you would assume this guy's on this guy. This guy's on this guy, right? But then if you look at the bottom of the screen, so pretty much from this linebacker down, this little window vicinity right here, there's two guys for pretty much one guy. So then that indicates to me, second, that it's probably zone. It's probably zone. Now, what type of zone? Now, that can get a little bit tricky because they're pressed. And it appears to me maybe cover two. Leaning towards cover two pre-snap. Because the safeties are on the hash marks. He's a little on the hash mark, I guess. He's a little bit more on the hash mark. And then PJ Locke is more outside of the hash mark. So it could be cover three as well. Cover two or cover three is what I'm leaning towards. Especially if you notice the small details. He's about, Hufanga's about 4 yards deeper than PJ Locke. And he's hugging the hash marks. So it could be a cover three. But I'm expecting zone coverage here. And we'll just play it and see what the Broncos do. Snap the ball. Ends up being like a match coverage. Trevor Lawrence does a beautiful job getting outside the pocket. And there's a lot to dissect right here. So we're going to snap the ball. Like I said here, it's zone coverage. You know it's zone coverage because you're going to notice the linebackers, how the two linebackers, I guess, I don't know what this guy is. This guy right here and this guy, they don't go to a man immediately. They stay locked in on the quarterback, reading his eyes. So that tells me immediately it's zone. But there's a difference between cover three match and just strictly cover three. Cover three match is essentially depending on the formation. Then it could be, I'm trying to think of the word. It could be I'm losing train of thought here. Cover three match could, depending on the formation, some of the defensive backs are lined up to their man. I should probably do a darker color than yellow. But yeah, cover three match, depending on the formations and the routes, then the match, aka, would indicate man coverage for the defensive backs. But we're going to keep playing it right here. Okay, so like I said, notice the two linebackers, they're not guarding nobody. I just lost him. Well, he's assigned to pretty much this guy, but he's looking at the quarterback, and I lost my other guy. Let me rewind it just a little bit. Sorry about that. Oh, that's where he is. I don't know why I lost him. I'm drawing a little blank. But anyway, he's assigned to this guy, but he's first kind of like draws back into his zone. And then once he realizes that he goes to a flat route, then this linebacker, Alex Singleton, is going to follow him. Oh, I don't know if he ran exactly a flat route, but nonetheless, he's going to go follow him. Yeah, he runs to the flats and he follows him. That linebacker is still waiting there. And it's match coverage here because you see Riley Moss and PS2. Mostly Riley Moss. He's mostly playing like man coverage down here at the bottom. So to me, it would indicate cover three match. If I'm wrong about this coverage, you guys feel free to let me know down below in the comments. But to me, it looks like cover three match. Especially when I see these two guys communicating. I like that these two gentlemen are communicating. Pretty much, I think if he goes outside, then the outside defender, this guy who would lock onto him. If he goes to the inside, then obviously the inside defender will lock onto him. So you guys can see them communicating at the top. And I was still wrong. He didn't follow him. That's just good communicating. But everybody's covered at the top. Everybody's still covered. I mean, he does have Brian Thomas open here. Oops. I clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go. He does have, I think this is Brian Thomas open. But the pressure down here, he's getting to him, so he doesn't want to throw it or risk it being a sack fumble. So he holds on to the ball just a little bit more. And we're going to look at the interior line as well, what they messed up as well. It's a beautiful completion from Trevor Lawrence. Now here, See, there's a lot to dissect in football. Like, there's so much to dissect here. I would like Jonathan Cooper to keep contained here and trust Allen and Nick Bonito to pressure the quarterback from the B gap and A gap. So this is the A gap and this is the B gap. Nick Bonito does a bad job. He kind of, I don't know if he gets too excited or what, but notice how he just kind of crashes down. And this lineman right here, in my opinion, does a heck of a job containing. He's not really rushing, but he's making sure Trevor Lawrence can't scramble to his right and then make a play downfield. Maybe he has this guy open if he scrambles right. I don't know, just kind of going off the limb, but just an example. I really like how he's containing though. Why is it so small? This is better. Yeah, that's better right here. I don't do this a lot, so just bear with me. But I like that that defensive end's containing. And we're going to play a little bit. We're going to rewind it. And look at Cooper rushing inside a little bit. And then Nick Bonito right here. I think this is Nick Bonito. If you're assigned to the quarterback, like a QB spy essentially, I know this little window is open for you. But you got to be patient and trust that Zach Allen, I'm going to delete that little one. Zach Allen right here, he's getting some sort of pressure. So if you just kind of be patient and let the play come to you, I don't think this long play develops for the Jags. You guys can see him. He's trying to loop around. He loops around right there and he loses contain. Everybody just loses contain. Trevor Lawrence is mobile. He can throw on the run, has a heck of an arm. But because we didn't keep him in the pocket, he's able to deliver a beautiful strike. It's essentially good coverage. It's just the interior line. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap to your opponent. But right here, I think if we just keep him in the pocket, I don't think this play happens at all. It might be a throwaway. It might be even a sack. But I don't think this play happens if Cooper does his job and Nick Bonito as well. Because I think Allen was getting there. And just like I said, does a heck of a job scrambling to his left and throwing a beautiful strike. Like I said, let me know down below in the comments. I'm pretty sure this is cover 3 match. I don't see it it doesn't look like man coverage to me. It could be just cover 1 as well. It just throws me off because this man right here is not assigned to nobody. So that's why I think it's cover 3 match instead of cover 1. Because he ends up kind of just dropping back with Hufanga. They're both kind of like in the middle of the field, if I remember correctly. Oh no, Hufanga's way deeper. He's just in kind of playing the sticks. Nonetheless, I think it's cover 1. Let me know down below in the comments if I'm right or wrong about that. But nonetheless, I think I'm right about the defensive ends not doing QB contain, and then Nick Bonito being a little too excited and trying to get a stunt blitz, I guess. But he got beat, you know. Cooper got beat, the D-line got beat. I mean, nothing you can do but tip your cap. All right, here we got our third play of the day. We'll just play it. Cover 99, a.k.a. cover 0 is what the Broncos are kind of showing here. And this is a bad penalty. I know everybody was saying that the stadium is loud, you can't hear it. But I just want to show you guys that that's false. Okay, let me play just a little bit. Right here, look at this guy. Okay, oops. Like, you got to be more disciplined than this. Notice this tight end. You're going to tell me he can hear it, but not PJ Locke. Oh, jeez. Just notice this tight end, okay? I'm going to play it in slow motion, okay? You're going to tell me that tight end can hear the whistle? Look at him stop. I mean, this is a bang-bang play, but you could kind of let PJ Locke could let up a little bit. It might be a hard tap, but he's not going to deplete. He's not going to deplete Trevor Lawrence like that if he slows down. Notice how everybody slows down, except for PJ Locke. I get it. You're drilling it. Your adrenaline is going. You're excited. You think you're gonna get a good hit on the quarterback. But notice how all the position players just stop, except for PJ Locke. Now the offensive linemen, they're trying their hearts out. None of the interior linemen on both sides stop. They're both kind of going full speed. But the position players, they all slow down. So I don't care how loud it is. If these players on top can hear the whistles, who are further from the referees, excuse me, I expect PJ Locke to be a lot better. It's a bad penalty, and it's third down, and you give him a first down. It's third and long too. It's third and long, and you just gave him the first down. You got to be way more disciplined than that. Way more disciplined. That's all I want to say about that. I know everybody might disagree with me, but you guys seeing from the film room, everybody slow down except for PJ Locke. I mean, that's all I got to say about that. Next play. Now here is just a beautiful, I think this is the play. It's a beautiful strike from Trevor Lawrence. Showing man coverage. Clean pocket. And sometimes you just got to tip your cap. I'm going to show you guys the end zone view right here, because I think this is a beautiful catch and a beautiful throw against a very tight coverage. I want to say great coverage. It's just better offense. Like, you just got to tip your cap sometimes. Look at that. He is draped all over him. Like, that ball cannot be placed any better. Okay, real quick. This is going to be a quick one. Man coverage. You have a running back on top. Running back on top. Why is it that color? Dre Greenlaw's the linebackers. He's going to follow him. Hufanga on the tight end. And everybody else is lined up. And I think Alex Singleton, maybe QB spy, or maybe he's playing a cover one robber. It is cover one. You have PJ Locke here covering the middle of the field. But it is cover one. And that's why you see many teams. I want it to be the right color. I don't know why it's like this soft, ugly color. Anyway. A lot of teams like to do this to make it easy for the quarterback to split the running back out wide. If the linebacker follows him, then they know it's man coverage, unless if the defense changes it. But for the most part, they know. That's why you see a lot of teams doing that. And we're just gonna play it just a little bit. You see how Greenlaw follows Travis Etienne. Clean pocket. And like I said, sometimes it's a beautiful coverage, great defense, nobody's open. But that's just a beautiful pass. That's a beautiful pass. All right, here we got a good play from the Denver Broncos. A beautiful sack on the third and 15 about. You guys are gonna see that they're pretty much playing cover 4 defense. This one. Cover 4 defense is going to drop back. They're pretty much playing the sticks as well, though. Why did it just change? I don't know what's going on here. All right, anyway. I wish it was thicker, but I don't know what's going on. Cover 4. Everybody just draws back. These guys are watching. They're pretty much playing the sticks, and they cover this part of the field. And that's pretty much what they're doing here. They're just watching the sticks. It's 3rd and 15. They're not really worried about the flats because they know that they're playing zone coverage. They could read the quarterback side. As soon as he starts to throw the ball to the flats or underneath the sticks, they could make a play on the ball and make an open field tackle. So they're not the Broncos aren't really worried about the flats. We're gonna snap it. So everybody drops back to the sticks. But most importantly, I think this is. I can't tell who this is. The number's kind of blurry, but he does a heck of a job winning his battle here at the line. Makes it impossible for the Jacks to even try to attempt to get a first down. He just does a tremendous job right here. Look at his arm work. Boom. Just a beautiful power move right there. Just get off of me. I'm going to get to your quarterback. And a huge loss. Huge loss. They end up punting the ball here. It was 3rd down. So good job by the Denver Broncos defense right here. Most importantly, better job from that interior lineman, whoever that is. Now this play right here, I just gotta once again tip my cap. There's nothing you can do about this. It's a beautiful design play. There's a play action, another clean pocket. That's just a strike. That is a strike. Like, I just want to show this play because, one, I think it's a beautiful design to get the linebackers to step up, and that's exactly what happened. I don't know the Jags personnel or who this guy is. I'm pretty sure he's a tight end from how crisp that, not really crisp, but from how good that route was. But essentially, you got Drake Greenlaw on this tight end here. And notice Drake Greenlaw after the play action, he's not really a good coverage linebacker and for man. Okay, watch the play action. Beautiful job from Trevor Lawrence to extend that arm. And notice how Drake Greenlaw just bites on this play action. Like, he just bites heavy. I mean, look at him. He's pretty much in the backfield. All right, not really, but look at that. And he notices it's a play action. He's assigned to his man. And now he's 4 yards behind him, 3 yards behind him. And that's a lot of room. That is a lot of room in the NFL. Look at that beautiful strike. Luckily, Hufanga is there to make the open field tackle. But, man, that play action, that play design, and it's hard for the Denver Broncos to do anything about this, really. Like, he showed play action, extended his arm, which all quarterbacks need to do for this particular reason right here. And I just got to tip my cap here. There's nothing Denver could have done here. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap. I've said this twice already, I think, already in this video. You just got to tip your cap. They made a great play, or they made a great call. Like, that's a good job for the Jags. Nothing Denver could do about it. I had to put this out there because a lot of people are like, oh, what can Vince do? What can Vince do? Well, sometimes you can't do nothing. It just tip your cap and move on, in my opinion. Right here, this is a play where I need more fight from the Denver Broncos secondary. I'm going to explain what I mean by more fight. I'm just going to play it real quick. Man runs in motion, play action, they move the pocket. Beautiful job moving the pocket. And this is kind of really frustrating for me. Like, I don't know what was going on here, but notice Hufanga. I don't know if he's like communicating or what, but notice Hufanga, how he doesn't really fight. Like, essentially he's guarding his man number 17, and he's already pretty far from him as is. That's how far he is from his man. That's who he's assigned to on this play. And just watch this. Sorry, I don't know this mouse, so sometimes the screen moves, but notice how that's his man, and notice where he's at already. He's already at the middle of the hash marks, and Hufanga's still on the right hash, or left hash if you're on defense. And then just look at he's like 10, 15 yards behind Ingram. Like, I don't know why he hesitated. I don't know who messed up here. But if you're manned up to him, I don't know why at the beginning of the play you're so hesitant. Like, what are you waiting for? Okay, PJ Locke can't. I know right here it looks like PJ Locke's going to guard him, but that's not the case. PJ Locke's assignment right here is to guard Brian Thomas because he's just coming on a crossing route, and obviously Alex Singleton can't guard him. So PJ Locke's worried about him. He's worried about the flat routes. Okay, I don't know why he just went that big. So then, I don't get why Hufanga is so far behind him. And look at it change again. What the flip? I don't get why he's so far behind him. And no, it's not offense pass interference. They just collided by accident. It's not like he's trying to sit there and set a pick. Or maybe he is, but it looks very accidental. So it was a no call. Beautiful job calling play action. Look at the pocket as well, though. Very clean pocket for Trevor Lawrence. For me, though, it just this. I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know what coverage this is. I don't know if this is a misassignment. Maybe this is right. Maybe this right here is a match coverage. But I just don't. I mean, PS2 down here, he's only playing zone. So if it was match coverage, I don't get why he wouldn't follow Brian Thomas. But he just drops back into his zone, into his quarter. He's helping this middle of the field, this deep crossing route. Draw the arrow right here for you guys. Brian Thomas cutting inside. Number 17 kind of runs a super flat route. And then I don't know what this guy does. So it's hard to say what the Denver Broncos are doing here. But I certainly don't like how if Hufanga's manned up to number 17, you got to move your feet a lot earlier, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't know what the coverage this is. It's very hard to say. So if you guys also know what coverage they're in, please let me know. Like, it looks like it's... See, I can't even say it. Like, the linebackers are in zone. PJ Locke is in zone. Riley Moss might be... It might be like cover 3. It can't even be cover 3 lock. Cover 3 lock is... It's a cover 3 defense, but you have one man assigned to man coverage. This... I don't know what this is, though. I just know that I think... Hufanga was in the wrong here. And if that is your man, maybe it's just a busted coverage. That could be the case too. But this cannot happen. Especially Hufanga, if you know PS2 is not going to rotate. If you know PS2, I mean, if you know PS2 is not going to rotate and help on this left side of the field, then absolutely you got to crash down a lot sooner. You got to crash down a lot sooner to guard number 17, because you know PS2 is over here playing safety essentially now, and that side is going to be locked up. It is PS2. He locks up his man. So imagine once he's in zone coverage, it's even more of a lock. So in my opinion, this is 100% Hufanga's fault. Why he just kind of standing there, takes a step back, and then goes forward, I just don't get it. This is a play that I don't get. If you guys know what was going on here, please let me know. I don't know if it's a zone. I don't know if there's such thing as cover 2 lock. I know there's cover 3 lock. I just think it's the busted coverage. Please let me know down below in the comments, please. All right, next play. You got ETN going in motion. Gotta make that tackle, man. You gotta make that tackle right there. Ends up with a huge gain. Huge gain. Now this one, at least they made the tackle. At least they made the tackle, but unexcusable. Now to me, I see here pre-snap. Denver Bronco defense looks like they're giving one safety high look, is that what I'm trying to say? Like, I have the word in my mind, but I just can't think of it. But yeah, PJ Locke here hugging the right hash for the Broncos defense, left hash for the Jags. So that's telling me cover 1. I'm leaning more towards cover. I mean, let's play a little bit. It's hard to say right here because they just kind of broke the huddle. So they're snapping it. You guys got following in motion. This to me right here, as soon as they snap it, so this is not pre-snap. Pre-snap's before the football. As soon as they snap it, the coverage to me reads cover 2. So in my opinion, once again, I wish I could Anyway, in my opinion, Hufanga is in the wrong, not Riley Moss. Riley Moss did make the tackle, but we're gonna notice Riley Moss here. He's not really worried about the flat routes. He's mostly worried about the deeper routes. So cover 2 invert. So I'm gonna try to draw it up for you guys as best as I can. Cover 2 invert. Cover 2 invert. So in my opinion, this is what the Broncos are doing here. PS2 is gonna guard kind of around this vicinity, a small little the flat routes. PJ Locke is gonna watch over the top, and then cover 2 invert. Okay, so Riley Moss would cover more of this middle of the field now. Hufanga guards the flat area over here, and then cover 2. You got this guy about here, this guy about here, and then this guy covers about right here as well. Maybe a little bit deeper, but essentially that's cover 2 invert. Now I'm gonna show you guys cover 2 now. Cover 2, Riley Moss watches the flats. They see that Hufanga would be the one dropping back deep into this vicinity. He would drop back right here. He would get the middle read. That's an ugly circle. And he would watch this area. PS2 still watches the flats. And then he watches this side of the field. That's regular cover 2. This to me is reading cover 2 invert. Once they snap the ball. Post snap is the word I was trying to look for earlier. Notice how Riley Moss not even worried about the flats. He just immediately draws back. PJ Locke, notice how he drifts over towards the jack silent, which is why I think it's cover 2 invert. Now I know they're drawing, it looks like a screenplay, so maybe that's why PS2 dropped back like that, or dropped down the way he did. But post snap, this to me reads cover 2 invert. So in my opinion, this is 100%. Well, I should say 100%. The coverage wise, yes, 100%. It's on Hufanga. Like, I think you should immediately get to the flats. Riley Moss is going to lock him up if he goes to the middle of the field. Like, you have to see, like, also it's hard for Hufanga because he's kind of like an island. Like, this middle of the field, if he cuts in, if he just goes to the flats immediately, then the middle of the field is open. So I guess I can see where Hufanga might be coming from. But nonetheless, I think his responsibility is cover the flats. I really do think this is on Hufanga's fault as far as coverage-wise goes. Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to be there. And I don't know what they call it. I call it a hook zone. I don't think he's supposed to be in a hook zone. But I can't really say exactly because I'm not in the Broncos film room, so I don't know what play they called. But right here, Riley Moss, I know you guys can't see it, but you got to make the tackle right here, bro. And then Hufanga, he's just slower than, I think that's Washington. But I think this is cover 2 invert, and I want to say this is Hufanga's fault. Just from, I guess, my knowledge. I could be wrong, I could be right, but that would be my guess from a cover 2 invert look. Now this play right here, I'm going to pick on the Broncos rookie a bit, Jahdae Barron. Now, Trevor Lawrence had 2 guys wide open here. First things first, that the Broncos appear to be in zone coverage here. Okay, and I'm saying that because the man moves in motion and nobody follows him. But it's still... See, I think this is another busted play right here. It's supposed to be zone coverage here. But at the same time, you have Riley Moss following his man. See, like, there's just a lot of busted coverages that I don't know if Denver Broncos defense does this on a daily of a game to game. Because as soon as they go in motion, it appears to be zone coverage so nobody follows him. But then I see Riley Moss. Sorry, I'm just talking. I think this is Riley Moss. He just follows his man. Oops. He follows his man going like a shallow cross. And he just kind of trails him. But then PS2, he's not following Brian Thomas like if it was man coverage. He kind of brushes him off. And I think he's expecting... I don't know who he's expecting to guard Brian Thomas. Because Hufanga ends up guarding the outside guy. So this is a very hard coverage for me to dissect. But I want to say this. I mean, the play's already moved, okay? Like, Trevor Lawrence has the ball. Travis Etienne is already moving. He's already pretty much full speed. Jahdae Barron is flat-footed. Okay, now I think I'm saying it wrong. All right, I'm in my head now. But anyway, he has not moved his feet at all. He's just there. Like, you got to move your feet, bro. Like, I don't care if you're tiptoeing or whatever. But look at this. His first step was going to the inside. Look at his whole body kind of go to the middle. And now you're trailing a really good running back who's fast. And now you're just behind. And it's just a beautiful play from Travis Etienne to cut towards the middle of the field. And it's an easy touchdown. I think Jahdae Barron, you got to move your feet. If that's your man, you got to move your feet a lot sooner than this. A lot sooner. And if you move your feet a lot sooner, it's probably open field tackle. But also at the bottom of the screen, if Trevor Lawrence didn't like that, I don't know what Denver's defense is doing here. He was going to have Brian Thomas for a walk-in touchdown right here. Why? Because he's following the running back. Riley Moss is following his man. Alex Singleton is too slow to guard him. Maybe the safety makes a tackle at the one. In my opinion, it's a walk-in touchdown. He had two guys open right here. And I'm going to say another busted coverage. I mean, I'm not in the NFL, but I'm going to say it's another busted coverage. I mean, just look at PJ Locke. I mean, he had an easy touchdown there too if he wanted it, but... Alright, so there you guys have it. Some Denver Broncos defense film room. Some good things have happened and some bad things have happened. I know I show a lot more bad than good, but hopefully you guys can see whereabouts the Denver Broncos kind of messed up on defense. Some busted coverages as well. And like I said, feel free to let me know what coverages the Denver Broncos are running. I'm willing to learn, but for the most part, I kind of know what they're running. But from what I was seeing, a lot of busted coverages, some missed tackles as well. Some good things. I guess another bad thing is I think if the Broncos play the Jags again, they're gonna try to keep Trevor Lawrence inside of the pocket. That's how I think I would beat him, or try to beat him anyway. I could be wrong. I could be right. Let's check if they meet in the playoffs. That's gonna be a fun game. But like I said, a lot of busted coverages in my opinion. Some missed tackles as well. But we're going on an 11-game winning streak. You get in your head a little bit. You get a little cocky. Maybe you're not in the film room as much as you should be. Maybe you're not taking as much notes. I don't know. Whatever the case is, right? They lost the game. They didn't look as sharp as they normally are. So I expect that to change going forward from the Chief game, the Charger game, and then the playoffs. So with hopefully it changes on defense. On offense, in my opinion, I think Bo Nix plays solid. We just have zero run game. I don't know if Sean Payton doesn't like our run game. Personally, I really don't. I think RJ Harvey's good, but in my opinion, he's a perfect change of pace back. I don't think he's a back that you can rely on for 20 touches a game. He's a perfect change of pace back. He catch out of the backfield as well. But I wish Broncos had a one-headed, like a monster machine right there. Like I don't want to say like an all-star running back, but just a good enough running back. You know what I mean? But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please let me know down below in the comments of certain coverages I'm willing to learn. I don't know if I said that already, but yes, I'm willing to learn. So feel free to comment down below what certain coverages are or what they were, and please put the timestamp when you comment down below, because I don't want you guys to say, oh, this was this coverage, this is cover 6, and I was like, okay, what time frame? Like, I don't know what time frame we're talking about. So please just let me know down below in the timestamps. I'm willing to learn. I think that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out.